Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the DUI's very first virtual trade show. Just a few notes for those of you who are joining us on Zoom, and there are some of you who may be watching on Facebook Live at this point in time. A couple things, if you're watching on Facebook Live, if you want to interact with the DUI staff today, I recommend that you log in with Zoom. I added the link to the Zoom meeting on the Facebook Live video that's playing. So you should be able to click on that to jump over to the Zoom part of the presentation. With this today, we're going to have multiple breakout rooms. So you'll actually be able to interact and meet different DUI staff members. Also, if you're a dive shop and you want to be part of the DUI team, so to speak, and be one of our dealers, DUI and OMS. We're going to have a breakout room later on today that you'll be able to interact with Tor Erickson about that. If you have questions throughout the day, please message them to myself, the event host, or message the Facebook event. You'll get faster reactions from the Zoom presentation or from the Zoom chat as far as like interacting with us. So with that, I'd just like to quickly introduce the team today. First, I'd like to introduce Dan Drake. Hang on, I need to, there we go. Okay, first I'd like to introduce Dan Drake. He's the general manager at DUI.
Morning, everybody.
Next, we have Pete Naraki. He's the OMS sales manager and East Coast account manager for DUI.
Hi, folks. Thanks for coming.
Then I have Tor Erickson. He's the DUI sales manager and account manager for the Southwest United States.
Hey, guys.
Then I have Doug Graham. Doug Graham is the Pacific Northwest and all of Canada.
Hello and welcome.
Then I have Jay Dornhagen. He is our account manager for the Midwest.
Good afternoon, everybody.
And then on my screen, he's right in the middle. We have Oren Schaefer. He's our international account manager. You need to unmute.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so with that, I'd like to pass this over to Dan Drake and start with his intro. And let me just quickly make him the spotlight. So there you go, Dan. The meeting's all yours now.
All right, perfect. Thank you very much, Jack. I just wanted to take a minute. Let's see if I can manage to share my screen. Let's share. There we go. Okay, so before we get started with today, I wanted to take a minute and talk to everyone about last year and this year and kind of where DUI is and where it's going. So let's see if this loads up. There we go. For everybody that may or may not know, DUI produces products into 4 different industries: sport, recreation, military, commercial, and public safety. Because we produce products that go into different markets, last year, we were surprisingly very busy throughout the year. We were able to keep production up and going. And with our production being in San Diego, we didn't have any real latency or lag issues besides for a couple supplier issues. And we're expecting the same thing for 2021. All of our markets look to be very strong, and we're looking to have a good year. The pandemic has, though, changed a couple things for us. Being able to communicate, Zoom, Skype has completely changed. Our retail shows and even our industry trade shows have been canceled for this year or for last year, and it looks like this year is going to be the same. We aren't even really able to easily travel to visit our dealers, which we normally do throughout the year. So DUI is looking for how do we really communicate and how do we get our information out to everybody. And Zoom's just one of the ways, but DUI this year is set up a lot of different ways to communicate and help people get their questions answered about our products. One of the things that we've done is we've actually expanded. This is our new building, our additional building anyways. We leased this building. It's right next door to our current facility. So if you happen to be local, this is where you're going to be dropping things off and picking things up from. The steps you see in the back are where you're going to go in and out of the buildings. It is 2 floors. The top floor is all set up for account managers and finance and things like that. So all the account managers have moved and have gotten new offices. It also has some meeting rooms in it, so we can easily break out whenever you need to be able to Zoom a quick meeting with your account manager. You have questions on fit or product. It's much easier now to be able to reach out and get a hold of us. We also will have the ability to have a kind of a showroom up in the front. So if you need to see a product, they can just run out there, grab it, bring it to their desk. Their desks are set up with cameras now these days. We've made a large effort to be able to reach out and better communicate. We've also sped up our fiber optic line coming in, so we should be able to handle the bandwidth okay. The old office area we're going to use for production in the warehouse space, just to increase that to be able to help out with production. Okay, let's jump to the next screen. So social media. Some of this stuff we've been doing for years, and some of it's new. We have YouTube. I'm sure everyone's seen Jack around. He's been doing these deep dives going on. We are getting ready to start a new channel that's the how-tos, which is just all about our products, what's new, features, how to install zip seals, the difference between our Gen 1 and Gen 2, rock boots versus turbo soles, all that kind of information is going to start populating. So if you subscribe to our channel, you'll get updates when that stuff becomes available. Facebook, I'm sure some of you are on that right now. We're going to be doing a lot more live events. Also inside Facebook, we have different user groups, and those user groups are specific to the industry that you're in. You know, so if you are just a recreational diver, that's great. We've got a user group that you can join that has to do with that kind of stuff. If you're more on the commercial side and you want to just be in touch with those divers, we've got different groups set up. Instagram, of course, and the other thing that Jack's been doing for the majority of this year is weekly mailers, and weekly mailers are pretty important. Because they're going to tell people all about new products. They're going to go over any specials that we're running. They're also going to have information about just production and repairs and how we're doing. We're trying to reach out so that every time someone wants to place an order, the first question always is, when can they get their product? And that normally involves a phone call. So then you're going to call and see what the exact status and where we are today. This flyer going out will have that kind of information that's put on it to help just keep people informed and up to date. So if you are not subscribed right now to that, for end users that just want to know what's going on with DUI, you can go to our website and you can subscribe there. If you are a dealer of ours, you can just contact your account manager if you're not getting it and ask them to add you to the list. And then you should start seeing them pop up. They go out once a week. Some of the new things that we've been working on is one area is design my own dry suit. It is directly on our website and it's active right now. It's still being completely built out. What's up right now is our TLS suit. which works very good for really any of our premium suits. Once you get to it, which you can find from the taskbar, it's just called Design My Own Dry Suit. It will populate a suit. The majority of what DUI does is we make products that are directly for customers. That could be a customer's configuration, that could be a customer's measurements. We have a whole slew of options, and sometimes it can be difficult to explain those options and really just colors to your customers. And sometimes being in the store and being asked to select what kind of suit you want and what color suit you want, you're on the spot. It's difficult. So we've designed this application that, by the way, will work on Macs, Android, tablets. Because it's web-based, it doesn't make a difference what platform you use. You don't have to install anything. It's just directly off our website. So right now, as you can see, the TLS is the only one that we currently have up, but the other ones will be coming. You can select different overlays so you can see what they look like. So Pro overlay, as you guys can see, right, the overlay goes down the arms, and on an Elite it doesn't. You can play with color options. So I can select, for instance, a red overlay. And then I can see the difference of what that red overlay would look like on a Pro. That is pretty much the same for right your knee overlay. So it allows everybody to go in and really play with the colors. And these are live actual pictures of the colors. So they're going to be very close. I mean, everyone's monitor and video card are slightly different, but the actual pictures that we used is the raw fabric. So the patterns and the ratios are all going to be realistic. You can even put different kinds of boots or socks on your suit. And then, of course, if you're an end user at the end of the day and you don't know where to go, you can use our dealer locator. But this is a great way for people to play and try and get a feeling for what they want even before they walk in. Or if you've got a customer and you've got our order form and there's a long list of colors and they want to see them, it's easy for you to just save this in your favorites and then load it up anytime you're working with a customer, and they can sit there and play for 10 minutes and figure out exactly what they want. Shrink that back down, jump back here. One of the other areas that we've started designing is a online education set of courses for DUI. Let me see if I can bring that up. The goal behind this is to allow really anybody, whether or not it's a dive store or it's just an end user that wants to know more information about our products. It could be about measuring the differences between our cells, our harnesses. All that information's online, and you can scroll through them for dealers that want to educate employees. It's great. You can have them just click on courses, register. It's all free to do. We're not teaching diving classes or anything like that. We're just purely going through, and this is important things if you're working in a dive store. You know, how to measure for that custom suit. That's one of the courses that we take. You can do it. It's up 24 hours a day, obviously, because it's online, so they can do it at any point in time. It's a PowerPoint or a PDF that they go through, and then at the end of the day, there's a small series of questions, a little quiz for them to take. And if they pass, they even get a little certificate that says, "Hey, I'm able to do this." So it's a great way to be able to really help people get educated on selling our equipment. So as you can see, that's we've got sizing, we've got selecting air cells. There's a lot of air cells that are out there, and they all have different features, and you want to know which one's best. Well, every customer is different. So this is a good way to get an understanding of what the air cells that are out there. Same with our harnesses. We even have public safety stuff in here. And of course, our dry suits. This is going to continue to grow. We started out with 5. They're our most common, they're our most popular questions that people have. And we're going to be continuing to add from this or add to this. So you'll see mailers going out that are directing to education or courses. That's all what it's referred to. So let me jump back. That down. Oh, okay. Order forms. I know this is a minor thing, but it's just helpful for a lot of people that when you're filling out an order form, it can be overwhelming with the amount of questions. Let's see if this actually does that. Excuse me, guys. With the amount of questions that you have when filling out an order form, right? There's a lot of information here. And if you're not filling one of these out every single day, you sometimes forget what the options are. What do they look like? Like I said, here are all the colors that I was talking about, right? There's quite a few colors in here that we offer for people to be able to customize. If you happen to be in a dive shop that has internet access, or even from your house, if you just want to learn more about it, you can download these as well. But at any point in time, you see these little eyes, they're for information. So if you're in the middle of, if you're going to do this digitally, you can do something as simple as, I forgot how to take, the forearm measurement. So if you click on the eye, and again, you have internet access, it actually drops you onto our website and will pull up that information. So here are how to take every single measurement, for instance. Shrink that back down. You want to know, again, about our overlays and our colors. I click that eye, it's going to drop us back to how to design your dry suit, which I went over before. Even down to suits. What are the Flex Extremes and what features do they have? What do they look like? What do they come with? So it's an interactive order form, really to help people fill out our forms, because there's a lot of information and a lot of data here. You want to know the difference between all of the boot sizes that we have or styles that we have. You can easily pull up that information. So those are almost live. They are being finished up this week, and by the end of this month, they're going to go out to everybody. They're going to go out to all of our dealers, and they'll go online. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Shrink that back down. So all of our order forms are interactive. If you still choose to print it out and handwrite stuff, you can, but all those boxes, you can tab through them and fill them out, and then save a copy for yourself, and then just email it to our account managers. Zoom and Skype. So this is why everyone's here today. DUI is made a large improvement that we're really setting up to change our communication. We're trying to bring customers, dealers, and DUI closer together. We want to provide better training, better information, product reviews. We want to be able to help present in dive stores, club meetings. We want to get involved in that kind of stuff. Public safety teams, when they show up, they oftentimes have special needs and they have specific questions that dealers might not always know the answers to. So we're being set up so that we can be included in those meetings. We can be included in that conversation. We can help answer questions. We can help measure. We can do dealer visits and go over product information. So today, even though this is a live event, this is really just the beginning of what we're going to do all year around. Today's schedule looks like this. So the 10 o'clock was just me doing a little presentation. The premium suits is going to be the first place that we're going to go. That should take about 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to try and keep presentations to about 45 minutes. That way, if you have questions, You can type them in, and then at the end of every presentation, that last 15 minutes is for answering those kinds of questions or allowing people to take a little break. So we're going to do premium, then we're going to do standard. We're going to talk about our undergarments. If you think you want to become a dealer of ours and you think you can meet the requirements, we're going to have a little breakout room for that, where Tor is going to go over just what our requirements are to become a dealer. After that, we're going to jump into how to measure. Jay will be doing that. And then just some public safety information. Not all of our dealers do public safety. It is a market that really is growing. So if you're at all interested in to see what's going on in public safety and what kinds of products are out there, Jay's going to give us an overview of that. And then tomorrow is going to be all OMS. We're going to go over our harnesses. We're going to go over our wings, our regulators, and our accessories. And OMS has a lot of accessories. Luckily, Pete has a very, very, very big room to go over all of those products. So that's what we're looking at today. Feel free to come and go as you need to. And I think that's it. That's all I got for everyone. So enjoy your day. And if you've got questions, please type them in. If you need to reach out to a specific account manager, you can send them a message directly or to Jack, and Jack can arrange to move you guys to a private meeting room to go over things. So thank you very much and have fun.
Thank you, Dan. So we're going to have break periods between each of these presentations. Dan, if you want to, thank you, unshare your screen.
Sorry.
We're going to have break times between each of these sessions. So with that time, it's a good time to have, chat sessions with the different account managers. So you can just type a message in. If that account manager is online, they will unmute themselves and answer that question. Or if we need to go into a breakout room, please request one, and we'll kind of direct you into the different places to go at that time. So just to retouch on a couple things real quick that Dan went over. If with this whole digital way of doing things now, make sure everyone knows that you can contact our account managers and set up these virtual meetings for your dive club, your dive shop. Just get in contact with us and we'll get it arranged, okay? So with that, we got about 6 minutes before we start the next session. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to kind of pause my screen and please ask away.